off the crossbar. Goal! And they're trying to deflect off the proceed. And sprint to left field and down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
We've just been putting in the work, getting ready for North every single day. It's weird getting back into August. It's like a week earlier than we normally be, but we're ready for it. There's definitely a huge rivalry between us. They've been talking a lot of talk. We're here to prove something to them. We're ready. It's going to be a very active energy here. I'm expecting the fans to go crazy here.
We are definitely prepared. We've ran through all of our plays already. Before the season even started, like before we went into preseason, we were already having all of our things mentally kind of ready for us. Really, it just feels like we're going against someone who knows us and we know them. So we're ready for whatever it's going to take to beat them.
We were all very shocked when we found out that the game was going to be this early. We were a little worried. Maybe are we going to be prepared in time? But I think we definitely are. Well, I think it's exciting. You know, they're not very far away. You might know some of the people there. But I think it's definitely a game that we want to play and we're excited to be a part of, but we're just going to treat it like every other game and just, the details. Focus on the details, stay disciplined, keep the mentality that we've been working on, and play football.
It's awesome. The kids all know each other. It's a healthy rivalry. I think I'm happy it's back. What this rivalry brings is football in the air. There's a buzz to the opening game, and not that, there's always a buzz for week one, but you add it when it's North Hunterdon, and we've had that trying to bring football back, the Beat North T-shirts and all that stuff. So you can feel a buzz through the whole community with it, especially within our football program. So we're excited to be playing them, just like they're excited to be playing us. And hopefully it's a rivalry we can keep moving forward with, and hopefully Friday night we'll come out with a win.
Hello and welcome to HETV. Here is our first broadcast of the year. I'm Tyler Rodriguez. Joe Wellen is next to me. Joe, first game of the season, starts a bit before school obviously, but still a rivalry matchup, Hunterdon Central versus North Hunterdon. I'm certainly very excited for this one. What are your thoughts coming into this one?
I'm excited. It's a rivalry game. They're bringing back the old rivalry of Hunterdon Central versus North Hunterdon, so I'm excited to see it. Both teams seem prepared for this Week 0 matchup. So I'm excited to see how this game turns out.
Yeah, hearing from all the coaches, I talked to lineman coach Jim Meir. I know you talked to Coach Ransone the other day. Everyone's been saying this has been the best camp for Hunterdon Central in a very long time. They're looking really good. Obviously, things started early. It's been hot, but the work ethic has been really good. Coach Colodey's telling us, everyone's telling us. So big thing expected from this game tonight. But worth mentioning, it's been almost 11 years since Hunterdon Central has beat North Hunterdon. That was back when Jace Kaminda had 119 yards, 3 TDs on 17 attempts. That was back on October 6th. Central won 37-0 back in 2011. Last time these teams played, North Hunterdon beat Hunterdon Central 28-21. That was back in 2020 on August 9th. So not haven't played in 2 years, but still both schools know each other well. Should be a good game, you would think.
Yep, definitely. These are two schools. All these guys, they know each other. They go to camps. You go to camps over the summer and you meet guys around from the same area. And the rivalry develops as you compete against each other over the summer at the camps, and then finally game time comes and it's time to strap them up and actually play a game.
Yep. So captain's meeting in the center there for Hunterdon Central. So Central last year they went 2-8, 1-5 in the Big Central. They finished 5th. There were 6 teams in their 5B division, but really they were outscored 363 to 172 last year. Obviously won the 2 games, but would have wanted a bit more, you think. We're close in a lot of games that we did, but just couldn't pull through in the end, while North Hunterdon finished 5-5. In the Big Central 4, they finished 4th of the 8 teams, and they ended up losing in a quarterfinal state match to, it was Middletown South 34-20. Central actually won their last real game, that was against Howell, 29-28, all the way back at the end of last fall.
Yep, Hunterdon Central definitely last year, not a year you want to have. You don't want to have a 2-8 year, but it was a young team last year, a lot of young players. But those players, they're just going to gain more and more experience and get more comfortable on the field playing at a varsity level. I think this year, especially with the offensive line, a bunch of returning starters, so Coach Ransone was very adamant in saying that group of offensive linemen has really formed together to be one big unit, always working together and just making sure all their assignments, they know they can trust the guy to the left and the guy to the right of them.
Yeah, I heard that was a good starting line. Obviously, Quinn Fisher will be playing center there. Chris Bronkowski, a returning member of that line as well, and he's been super important for them. Obviously, last year was his first real year with varsity minutes, and he looked pretty good. And now this year he's gonna have to try to lead probably that line.
Yep, as an offensive lineman, making the jump from your junior to your senior year is definitely a big deal, and it's especially important for recruiting.
Try and get the flag.
Back here from the national anthem, just getting final things sorted out before we're ready to kick this one off. Game kicking off at 6:57 due to the death of Jerry Walther, which obviously played football and lacrosse here at Hunterdon Central. Great tribute to him, and hopefully Central can get the win for him tonight. It is obviously teams have played 3 times. Central have won 2 out of those 3 games, but have not beat North Hunterdon, like we said, in 11 years. So hoping to put that right. It looks like Central win that toss. You think they deferred, or did they take the kick?
Central won the toss and deferred to receive the ball in the second half.
We'll see who the deep man will be for them. Just huddling up here a bit for Central. Also to the left of me, Will Harrigan, NJ.com, man, reporter, writer for us today. Turns 29 today on his birthday. Big tribute to see him. He's a great writer. Go check him out on NJ.com. Obviously covers all high school football as well, so great to have him here and get his take on this game as well. Obviously opening day across NJ for all football games.
Week 0, it's a special week. Not every team gets to play it. I know when I was here in Central, we didn't play a Week 0 game. So this is exciting to see the old rivalry be started up again, and teams finally getting that to play in August. Finally gets the guys out of camp and out of out of being cooped up and hitting each other, they finally get to hit someone with a different colored jersey.
Yeah, I heard this is from Mr. Coach Jimmy. I heard it was the kind of the earliest game that he's ever remembered playing in all his years coaching.
Very nice crowd tonight at the game. Surprise, before the school years even started, looks like big show up for this Hunterdon Central students and parents here to support the Red Devil football team.
It's a blackout for Central fans and obviously neon for North Hunterdon fans, so easy to distinct who's rooting for who, we'll say. So Brian Collodi will start things off, kick this one deep. Derek Battis, one of the captains back there as well. Kente Edwards, the Navy commit, number 3. Watch out for him for North Hunterdon. He's back there as well. What a player he is. And just a bit of delay here. And just like that, another year of football, another year of sports on HGTV brought to you here as Brian Collodi kicks this one deep. And we start things off here. I just feel it right around the 25. Breaks a couple tackles. That was number 8 there, Tyler Anderson, with a good return. So great field position here for North Hunterdon to get things started.
A lot of confusion on the play. It looked like the guy that received the ball waved his hand for a fair catch, but number 4 on North was the one who tried to jump in front of him to take the ball from him to run. He hit the ball first, and then the ball fell into the return man's hands with the fair catch. So it looks like that run will be coming back, and North Hunterdon will not be starting with such great field position.
So now North Hunterdon coming out here. Luke Martini, their captain, their QB, calling the shots for them today. Of course, they have a weapon in Kente Edwards that they really can do anything with. He's going to be important for stopping tonight, you would think, Joe.
Yeah, definitely a guy you have to look out for. I mean, obviously, Navy commit, it's a division. That's a big school. That's a good football school. So he's obviously going to be a playmaker to watch out for tonight.
So just past in front of the 30. They give it to Edwards first thing. Helmet on the floor. Edwards stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. So great start for Central as North does not get back to the line of scrimmage here. And it will be second and probably 12 maybe.
Great job on that play by Hunterdon Central's defensive ends and outside linebackers, keeping Edwards contained, forming a wall, forcing him back into the middle linebackers and interior defensive linemen, letting their guys come up and make that play for them.
Well, in 2011 it was Jason Kambinda for Hunterdon Central, now plays for the Detroit Lions, who dominated that game. Kente Edwards will hopefully be doing the same for North Hunterdon. Central certainly will have something to say about that. A point to prove against the Navy man. So Martini looks over to the sidelines. His second year starting QB for North Hunterdon in shotgun. Gives it to Edwards again. He works to the outside and he gets a first down. Could get more. Kente Edwards. He's in the... Oh my lord, he's at the 20, he's at the 10, the 5, and Kente Edwards, just like that, gives North Hunterdon a 6-0 lead. It's been, what, 2 snaps, maybe a minute.
That's a unbelievable play by Kente Edwards. That's just great individual effort. Good blocking by the left side of the North offensive line there, giving him just a little bit of a gap, and that's the type of player who just needs a small gap to burst himself through, and then he's gone. He has that sixth and final gear where he can finally pull away from everybody in the open field.
That was the word I was looking for. He pulled away and got way away from the Red Devils. They're just so far. Separation he gained across a couple yards was very impressive. And again, he scores very comfortably. No one within 20 yards of him. So North Hunterdon's first points of the year, and it looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
Yep. Must not be confident in the kicking game, or they want to set the tone early and try and put 8 points on the board and make it tough for Central.
So looks like Martini takes it, he keeps it, and he gets in. So that's a 2-point conversion there. No Kent Edwards on the field that time. They went with 2 back, worked a bit of motion, confused the Central defense. And North Hunterdon, 8-0 already. They're up here. Central need to respond, you feel.
Yep, very nice play design by North Hunterdon there. They have Cole Gray out there, good defensive end, very solid on the outside. He's a smart player. Once those 2 guys shifted to the other side, he's going to squeeze down more on the tackle, and that opens up that read option game for Martini, who is capable with his legs. He's fast enough to get scramble yards and get himself out of trouble in those plays.
Yep, so he keeps it that time for the 2 points. Central now with RJ Hart. It will not be Jamal Kuhn being quarterback. It is RJ Hart. Everyone's thinking he's a bit more capable with his feet than Lenteni. Let's see how he is throwing as well. But for him, it will be his first possession as a Red Devil.
Speaking to Coach Ransone this week, he told me they're going to try and establish the run this week, because establishing the run is a big thing. But it looks like North Hunterdon's lining up in some crazy formation.
It's hard to establish it with Kent Edwards on the other side of the field. Oh, and they've got it. Onside kick. Wow. And Derek Vaddis picks it up, but Central looked, I mean, it was well within their territory there. 2 or 3 Red Devils close to it, and he just came and pick it up there, Derek Vaddis. So, wow, just like that, Joe.
Yep, North Hunterdon is trying to apply the gas. I think they want to try and put this as far out of reach as physically possible, as early as possible. That play right there, it looked like Hunterdon Central had some confusion on where that ball kind of kicked into no man's land behind one guy, but very, very close to him. So tough play for one player, the up back, to run backwards and make that play, and a tough play for the return man to run up and make that catch. So very good play by North Hunterdon, confusing them with an odd formation. 3 kickers out there, and then the little pooch kick over.
Looks like no time went off the clock. So a very strange turn of events, and very quickly North Hunterdon are dominating this game early on here. Kente Edwards again in the backfield there with Luke Martini. 1 man in motion. It's Brennan Zundel. Edwards will take it again. Works to the outside. Carbo will try to stop him. And again, they just do about enough there. It was Jamal Kuhn with the tackle that time. Just so quick, hard to get him when he breaks the outside. The blocking's pretty good as well for him.
Yeah, the wide receivers so far for North Hunterdon, I mean, we have a small sample size of 3 offensive plays for them, but the wide receivers so far have been blocking downfield and locking up those corners for Hunterdon Central, preventing them to shed a block and try and make an open field tackle.
So Edwards out of the game now. See if they keep it on the ground and go in the air. Oh, ball's on the floor. And Central appear to have got it. I think it was Erniak who they gave it to. And it is Central ball. So Central respond there. Didn't do well with the onside kick, but they get possession back here. Won't be in great field position, but North Hunterdon there just kind of fell apart there in a couple seconds.
That's a huge break for Hunterdon Central, because 2 big plays for North Hunterdon in a row. Two solid plays.
Flags on the field.
Flag on the field.
It was Erniak in the backfield, number 22, who got the ball. Ran into the crowd, didn't keep it, but let's see if the flag is.
And then sportsmanlike conduct on North Hunterdon.
Oh. So a lot happened here. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, onside kick, and a fumble. And with all that, Red Devils have the ball at the 24-yard line. So now RJ Hart can try to get things going.
Big break for Hunterdon Central. That costly penalty on North Hunterdon gave them some breathing room and opens up the offense where you're not really worried about giving up a safety once you're pinned back within the 5. You're kind of pressing to just get the ball out a little bit more.
So RJ Hart back there is given and stopped very quickly there. I think it was Michael Carbo there on the carry. They do have obviously no more Julio Marsiglia, who is a great back for them. They have Carbo, they have Xavier Ortega, Logan Ortega. They can use a lot of different options there. It's Carbo so far. Looks like Cole Gray is lining up as offensive lineman to start this one as well. Interesting to see what they do with him. He's a real weapon out there. Hart drops off. Here's Carbo again, able to complete the pass. Nowhere to go really for him.
Yep, very well set up screen, just one block away on that play. Number 22 for North making an unbelievable play, staying home, not falling for a fake, and being able to make that play in open field, keeping Hunterdon Central to a third
That's one
ball.
of the captains, Alex Erniak there. So Central, I think, may need to drop back here and throw. That's what they do, and Hart is sacked.
Wow, North Hunterdon bringing the heat on that play.
Wow.
2 extra outside linebackers brought on that blitz. It's trying to block 5 or 6 men with 5 guys. So tough ask for the Hunterdon Central offensive line. Looks like they're going to have to punt this ball away.
So bad start there for Central. Need a good punt here to clear this one away. Again, it's Vadas back there. Danny DeLucent as well.
Looks like that's going to be a false start on Hunterdon Central.
Definitely will not help their cause.
No, that's just making it a harder task for the punter. And now
That's Decker McNally.
most coaches, and I'm assuming the North Hunterdon coaches, are going to be trying to block this punt. How aggressive they've played with a team pinned back like that, you can get the ball back or potentially score a touchdown.
Yeah, definitely you can see that happening. And it's McNally. Lands at around the 40. Good bounce for Central. Vadas takes it. And he's stuffed there. But still, at around the 35-yard line. With Kente Edwards the way he's playing, North Hunterdon would expect a touchdown from this field position.
That was good coverage by the Hunterdon Central punt team, but it's tough punting out of the back of your own end zone because trying to flip field position, that's got to be a very good punt.
Yeah.
So good coverage, stopping them while they can, but this is a big drive for Hunterdon Central. They need to get another stop here. Have to try and make something happen, not let this game get out of hand quick.
Kente Edwards back out there. Martinez, well, of course, always taking the snaps here. Man in motion. They give it to him. That's Zundell, and Brandon Zundell is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage there. Flag on the play, however.
Looks like a holding on North Hunterdon. That was a great play by Kaz Merrick, one of the linebackers for Hunterdon Central, the middle linebacker. He shed over, fought over, and made sure he didn't give up an inside lane for the jet sweep to cut through and have a big home run play. Stopped him at the line of the scrimmage. Plus, with this holding call, it's going to push him back. This is definitely a good start to this drive for Hunterdon Central.
Yeah, Patrick Kazmarek there. Good play, like you said. Now on the 45-yard line. So it's -10 on the first play there for North Hunterdon. See what they do here. Have not dropped back really to throw the ball out. It's all been on the ground, so see if Central changes their defense or how they counteract that. And now Martini drops back, looks for something, And again, just throws it over into the ground. There's a flag thrown. Maybe was it roughing the pass? I'm not sure.
Pressure
And
there
Gavin
by.
Horn there. Looks like he's limping a bit.
Let's see what the flag is.
Jackson Call coming in for him.
Looks like it's going to be a defensive holding call on the Hunterdon Central secondary in that play. They did a great job keeping all the weapons for Martini covered up for that play, forcing him to run around. And good pressure by Cole Gray on that play, forcing him back outside.
Yeah, so 2 flags on the first 2 plays of this drive here.
Back to right where we started again, 1st and 10.
Right on the 35. Right in the middle of the field. Edwards is back there. Martini also there, of course. Andrew Schneckel there as well. It is Edwards up the middle. Good play that time there. It's Connor Lancaster with the initial hit there, and then able to bring Edwards down. 2nd and 5. A good run again, though.
Very nice play, keeping him bottled up, but 5 yards on 1st and 10 right there every time is going to be a tough ask if you're trying to make stops here and not let North put another score on the board.
So 3 receivers out there. Zundel, Edwards, of course in the backfield. Joey Edwards, number 1 out there as well. And Derek Vaddis. It is Kente Edwards who keeps it though, and he will fight and probably just about get the first down. See where they rule it.
Right now, Kente Edwards is being a very patient runner. He's letting the holes develop, letting his offensive line get out in front of him. So then that gives him, he has that burst of speed. He's got quick acceleration along with the home run speed. So he's a rare combination of speed and balance as a running back. It's rare you see someone this well put together and manicured as a running back this early.
And he's just gone to 100 yards. We still have 5 minutes, 40 seconds or so left to play in this first quarter. He's out of the game now. Martini will drop back. He throws. It's tipped there by Cole Gray that time.
Very nice play there by Cole Gray. Once again, North Hunterdon going with that bootleg look, trying to get Martini out of the pocket, and Cole Gray stays home, doesn't bite on the down block by the left tackle, stays home and is able to just get his hands up in front. Even if you can't get to the quarterback initially, the best thing you can do as a defensive lineman is get your hand up. You have a better chance to block the pass once your hands are up and you're in front of him in his face like that. It was a great play by Cole Gray.
When Kenta Edwards is not in the game, they love to use those play actions with Alex Erniak, who's back there again next to Martini. So Martini this time gives it to Erniak, takes it, goes down the side, and he's met by 3 Red Devils, but still a huge hole for him to run down and almost gets into the end zone.
Looks like there's another flag on the field.
See what the call is here. It's thrown about right around the 33-yard line.
Holding on the offense again.
And it's holding on offense. That play will be coming back. That's a huge break there for the Red Devils.
That's a huge break. That would have given North Hunterdon 1st and goal on Hunterdon Central's 5-yard line. That's a huge break. Another mental mistake from the offensive line for North Hunterdon. That's 2 holding penalties this drive. That's something you can't happen, especially on a positive play of a run of 15, 16 yards like that. You can't be having plays come back. But for Hunterdon Central, that's a huge break.
Yeah, so it was a 27-yard they threw it back, so it'll be come back to around 35 again. Just love that marker, don't they? Martini drops back. Not many options. It's taking a very long time. Now releases it. Coach Joey Edwards. Vaddis was there in between both of them. And tell you what, that could have been way worse there for the Red Devils.
Yep, good job by this defensive line for Hunterdon Central, keeping Martini bottled up, and the secondary right now is doing a very good job. Right there, that's a scramble drill. That's tough for defensive backs to read because at that point the wide receivers are just kind of freestyling, trying to get open. But Martini on the run, hard to throw a precise ball on the run to the end zone like that. So good job by this Hunterdon Central defense, not letting Martini sit back there and feel comfortable in that pocket and deliver a perfect throw.
Yes. And it is, again, like you said, good blocking by the North Hunterdon front line there to give him so much time. So Kente Edwards still out for the time being. Motion, that is Brandon Zundell. Martini drops back, now steps up to throw, and again it's a poor throw. Really nowhere near any North Hunterdon line, so I think that will bring up 4th down. I think it was a miscommunication there. Of course, he's talking now to Derek Vaddis.
Yep, seems like he thought he was going to come back and sit in that dead spot of the zone, but he kept going on the dig route inside, and Martini just has to throw the ball away, keep the ball out of harm's way on that play. But good job putting pressure on him by that Hunterdon Central defensive line. Starting to get a good pass rush. Cole Gray off the edge forced him up in the pocket.
Yeah, so a bit of no man's line. Can't really punt it, can't kick it either. So they're going to try to go for it here. And it's 4th and long, but it's probably worth a try for sure. Martini again. Nowhere to go. Oh, he just gets rid of that. Could have been an interception. So Central, apart from Kente Edwards, they've defended really well this game. And again, turnover on downs there for North Hunterdon. It will be Central's ball in their own half, however. But still, need to get some points on the board, get things moving here.
That was a big stop by the Hunterdon Central defense there, stopping that drive after the costly holding penalty from North forces them back into 2nd and 20. Hunterdon Central able to capitalize on that. Good pressure by Cole Gray, getting a hit on Martini, making him uncomfortable. That's the big thing for this Hunterdon Central defensive line. Don't let Martini get super comfortable back there, because then he will start to pick the team apart.
Yeah, to know also a lot of alumni in the building here for Central. Owen Bill, Amir Almshawe, Vincent Brito, Julio Marsiglia out there as well. So a lot of alumni coming back to support the Red Devils. Really great to see. And of course you as well, next to me. I forgot to mention you.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be an intentional grounding penalty on Luke Martini, so Hunterdon Central is going to get moved up an extra 5 yards. So better field position. Let's hope this Hunterdon Central offense can finally start to get some traction and start to move the ball a little bit.
Yeah, if the game was based off possession, Central would be getting killed. So they finally have the ball. Need to convert it to points, though. 4:54 left to play in this first quarter. Hart gives it to Logan Ortega that time. There's nowhere for him to go.
Now, Hunterdon Central is on that play. They're running a heavy set where they move their left tackle over to the right side, try and get as big of a possible offensive line over there, along with Cole Gray. Problem with that, as you saw on that play, number 9 for North Hunterdon, the defensive end, has a free rush around the guard. Nobody's going to touch him, so those plays have to get off quick as possible.
Yeah, number 9, Caden Ford, the defensive end there for North Hunterdon. He's the man causing a lot of trouble for the Red Devils. RJ Hart keeps it, flips it this time out to Michael Carbo, and he gets just around 4 or 5 yards. So we'll bring up a 3rd and manageable here for the Red Devils.
A little speed option, little shotgun option offense. I like the play call, keep them honest. And most teams don't really prepare their cornerbacks to be ready for a flip guy. So those linebackers are going to be all collapsing down, and the safety's going to collapse down on that quarterback thinking he's keeping it. Gives Carbo a lane outside, quick gain of 5 yards, making it 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, it's tough. Have not seen either quarterback drop back, so Central really do need to establish the run game, like Coach Ransone said. Now Hart drops back. Wasn't a lot of time. Finds Cole Gray, and that will be a 1st down for the Red Devils. So something for the fans here to cheer about as the Red Devils move the chains and get it into North Hunterdon territory.
Positive play, good out routes right there. Just a nice, quick, easy dump pass. Get the confidence going. Get yourself 1st down, new set of downs, and get the big thing for Hunterdon Central. If they can get Cole Gray going, that's a tough guy for the North Hunterdon defense to try and game plan for. He's big, strong, physical, and he's got good hands. He makes catches in contested situations.
Yeah, remember seeing him rep out 2 plates in the gym like it was a tic-tac. Now here, RJ Hart gives it this time. I think it's to Michael Carbo there. And he'll get up the middle there. About 3 yards will be 2nd and 7 or so.
Now, the hurry-up offense is a new element to this Hunterdon Central offense. You saw it last year, but this year it looks like it's a little bit more fluid. The hand signals are getting in quicker. Everybody's getting down. They want to push the tempo. They want to make this defense uncomfortable. They can't get all their subs in.
So Hart gives it that time to Carbo, and again, just a couple of yards there, not too much for him.
They did not bite on that draw play. You see the offensive lineman kind of half-stepping out, trying to draw him up, make him rush a lane like it's pass rush, open up the run lane. Good job by the interior defensive line by North Hunterdon, staying home, not biting on that fake, and just being able to do their jobs.
Yeah, so only 3rd and long here. Hart getting the call from the sidelines. Stephen Falvo coming out. Kuhn going back in. Haven't looked at Valentino at all, really. Has not been targeted once. He's a big weapon for them. Number 8, Joey Valentino. Matched up now against Joey Edwards.
Hunterdon Central, a lot of confusion there offensively. Players running off late, players going on. Couldn't get the play call in. Coach Ransone forced to use that timeout, get his offense recouped, back in the feeling the offense, getting themselves set. Just taking a quick breath, get themselves settled. Try and convert this 3rd down.
This is a big 3rd down here. Obviously, you would think they would throw, but
yep.
What do you think they're going to do here, Joe?
I think definitely a pass, but this is kind of 2-down territory. It's too close to punt, too far for a field goal, so we may see Central just try and get a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, set themselves up for a 4th and manageable, 4th and short, something just to get the offense, keep the offense on the field for as long as possible.
Yep, we'll see what they do here. They do have, it looks like Declan McNally warming up punting, and Brian Colodis there as well, getting the kicks in. So long time out here. Now they're back out there. It's Trevor Fish, Jamal Kuhn, Joey Valentino, Devin Falvo all out there as options. Looks like Michael Carbo's back there as a running back. See what RJ Hart chooses. Drops back, looks like he'll pass. Throws this one long towards Fish. Oh, and Kente Edwards will want that one back for sure.
That's a good idea, but a little bit of a dangerous pass, especially with pressure in your face, getting hit as he's thrown. But very lucky for Hunterdon Central that was dropped, that Kente Edwards did not come down with that play, because that would have been huge for North Hunterdon, big momentum swing. But Hunterdon Central has the opportunity to kind of pin North Hunterdon back, put them in close to their own end zone, and make it tough for them to put a drive together.
So he throws out a bit harder. It's in Trevor Fisher's hands, but a bit lighter. It's in Kente Edwards' hands there. So now everyone in the backfield now will be a punt from Decker McNally. Gets really good air on that. Great punt from McNally. And now we'll go back to the touchback. So good work there from McNally. There's a flag on the play there. As Will Sosa get into it with Michael Maltz, number 21 for North Hunterdon.
Looks like it's going to be a personal foul against North Hunterdon. So North Hunterdon, once again, that's a costly penalty for them.
I'm counting a lot of those now tonight.
Yep, so far early in this game in the first quarter, North Hunterdon has had some penalties that have set them back, and this is a penalty that will set them back. Looks like the ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line.
That will still be with North Hunterdon. Went out to travel that bit further 1:44 left to play in this first quarter.
Yep, this is a big possession. I think we're going to see a lot of Kente Edwards right now, pinned back in their zone, back in there, deep into their own side, back near their end zone. So expect a lot of Kente Edwards up the middle, try and give themselves breathing room, and with Edwards, he can potentially break one for a long run.
So there is Zundel in motion. Martini will give it to Edwards. Goes up the middle. He's stopped by a couple, but still able to get around 5 yards there. Kente Edwards is doing really well with just getting steady gains.
Yep.
Give him space, and then he's off.
Kente Edwards right now is playing with a super high motor, not letting one tackler bring him down. He's making multiple Hunterdon Central defenders take him down. So it's definitely not going to be an individual effort to try and tackle him in open field, as every single time he's gotten past the front four, it's taken 2 or 3 guys, as we have an injury timeout.
Yeah, Coach Mir really coaching up his offensive line here. Jack Hayes over there. Quinn Fisher, the center, of course. It looks like John Walter as well. So he's got the board out, he's got everything out. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he does have a great relationship with his players. Trying to probably fix some issues there. Yep. Hunterdon got into the backfield really easily on R.J. Hart. A lot, very difficult for him to do. Here's Edwards, though, again, and that will be a first down.
Edwards on that shows no patience. That's just someone running full speed ahead. He doesn't care really who's in his way at that point. He's just trying to get that first down, give his team some more breathing room, open up the offense a little bit more for Martini.
Yeah, certainly both of us, we've seen a lot of good players. I remember some other 5-stars came from Elizabeth that played here and Union, and Kente Edwards certainly is a very good player, right on par with them. He just has everything: strength, speed, acceleration. And he's really carrying the North Hunterdon offense at the moment. And they just give it to him again. And again, he's got fighting. Almost gets that could be first down. That will probably be second 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah, good job by the right side of that offensive line. Looks like they ran a little bit of a trap play, trapping the defensive end. They left him free. They down blocked, make sure they can try and collapse that middle and hope their fullback comes across and gets a good kick-out block on the defensive end for Hunterdon Central. It's a key play, but it's one of the hardest plays to stop if it's run well.
Well, at the moment, it's a case of if it's not broke, don't fix it, and they just keep giving it to Edwards. Of course, now first quarter will come to an end here, so chances for both teams to talk to the coaches and try to fix what's going wrong. Central need to get some points on the board, but really 8-0 only in the first quarter. For the amount of time North Hunterdon's had the ball, they will be a bit disappointed, you feel, as well. Got an onside kick. They had a lot going for them and just couldn't turn it into enough points as well.
Yep, North Hunterdon definitely dominating the time of possession game, but as of now, they've only been able to punch it in on that one huge play from Kente Edwards. But so far, the Hunterdon Central defense has been stout, but it doesn't matter how good your defense plays, you need to score points to be able to win a game. So hopefully the offense can start to get going, get some traction, get a couple points on the board, and get some confidence for this young Hunterdon Central team.
Yep, we'll start with the defensive end. So we flip sides here. 12 minutes on the clock, second quarter. About to start here. And now Martini drops back. He scrambles. Throws this one. Ooh, was a bit unlucky there that time. Vadas lost his footing. Maybe could have caught that one.
Yep, a little bit underthrown on that play, but very nice job there by Mateo Brito, putting pressure, forcing Martini. They're not letting him get comfortable and sit in the pocket to deliver a strike. So far, the Hunterdon Central front 9 have done a very nice job to keep Martini on his feet and moving around, not able to get comfortable. A couple of his throws have been underthrown because of the fact that he's running around trying not to get sacked and lose a bunch of yardage.
Yes, indeed. That was a good play, like you said, by Mateo Brito. Martini out there again. Interesting, no Kente Edwards in this game right now. Just got a long break. Instead, if they give it to Erniak, and he's able to do what Edwards has been doing all night, that should move the chains for North Hunterdon.
Yep, it seems like this North Hunterdon coaching staff is trying to keep Kente Edwards as fresh as possible. Seems like they're rotating running backs, trying to keep them fresh, trying to keep both of them, reduce the possibility of cramping because it is a hot night and it's a little humid, so you're going to be sweating a lot out there. So they're going to try and hydrate those guys, keep them as fresh as possible so that neither of them go down with cramps or anything.
And of course, when it is humid, sweat does not evaporate as quick as it when it's not humid. So, of course, making it very bad for players out there. And that will be,
offsides on Hunterdon Central.
Looks this penalty there for the Red Devils. Yep. A lot of those from both teams today.
Martini gets him with the hard count. One of the hardest things to do as a defensive lineman is watch the ball, but it's the first thing you're always told so you don't have careless mistakes, because that's a mental mistake that you can't really have, especially with a good offense like this with a lot of weapons. You can't give them any more breathing room or any more space to get those guys out in space and make big plays.
Martini again. Edwards rolls out. He's looking for him. Towards Joey Valentino. And Joey Valentino makes the play. He's not been targeted once yet on offense, but now comes up with a huge defensive play. And I told you, Joe, he's a big weapon for them, and he comes up with a big play there, but he looks to be a bit shaken there. Edwards did hit him pretty hard on contact.
Yep, unbelievable play by Valentino. They're coming over from the free safety position over the top, kind of the center fielder for Hunterdon Central, their safety valve, but looks like he got banged up on that play. Unbelievable play coming over to track that ball down in front of Kent.
So now Central with the interception, a fumble, and a turnover on downs from North Hunterdon. They've really been playing well defensively, but just need to turn this into points. Hopefully Valentino's okay, because he's a very important player for them.
Yep, that was a good play call by the clap it up for as Valentino walks off under his own power. But that play call from North Hunterdon was a good play call, running Kente Edwards on a wheel route there. Had the Hunterdon Central linebackers running out, thinking he's running to the sideline and stop. He cut upfield. Great job by Hunterdon Central. Valentino coming over the top, jumping in front of him, and high pointing that ball, getting it at the highest point in front of Edwards.
Crazy athletic. Joey Valentino's super strong and obviously can jump super. I remember watching one of the practices early on. I just saw him absolutely moss one of the Hunterdon Central defensive backs. It was from a real dime by R.J. Hart. And he showed it off there, insanely quick as well. And has great hands, able to make that play. So Central now get the ball just around the 30-yard line. Oh, snap on the floor. And they're just happy to fall on it there.
Looks like a miscommunication there between the center and quarterback. The center obviously must have thought Hart was going to be under center, and he was in shotgun, so he just dropped the ball directly behind him. But very nice play by Mateo Brito, falling on that ball, making sure that they don't give up the ball in the red zone to North Hunterdon.
Of course, Quinn Fisher, as many call him, new center tonight, a sophomore playing his first game. Expect that to come. Hart is harassed immediately towards Jamal Kuhn, just overthrew it a bit there.
Yep.
Again, I mean, Hart's got maybe a second to get that out of his head. It's almost impossible.
Yep, that's a quick pass play. They're just trying to the offensive line on that play is just trying to stunt the guy, make sure they don't get their hands up and potentially block that pass. Ball a little overthrown, but seems like the pass game's a little bit more open, but definitely Hunterdon Central being slowed down by not being able to establish the run and have a solid running game, which opens up play action passes and deep shots.
Especially since North Hunterdon is so aggressive on the line of scrimmage, blitzing a lot of numbers, so they can exploit that by throwing over the top. Hart does that again. Great throw to Cole Gray. And that should be a first down. That's his second reception of the night, Cole Gray. And he's able to move the chains. So second 13 conversion there for Hunterdon Central.
Great ball by Hart. Dropped it over the linebacker's head right in front of the safety. Good job by Cole Gray being able to come down, fight through the contact, and get that first down potentially. Looks like they're going to have to come out for a measurement.
Let's see where they spot it. This certainly will be tight there. Looks like he got it based on this spot. See if they stretch him a bit more. Just about got it, looks like.
And they give him the first down. That's about as close as I've ever seen a referee inspect the ball when they're measuring it. But good job by Hunterdon Central converting a 3rd and long, getting themselves a fresh set of downs, keep this offense moving, keep them on the field, try and chew up some clock.
So here you go, 1st and 10 again. Looks like Carbo's back there. Only one receiver out, that's Joey Valentino. Hart will keep it this time. I told you he's capable with his feet, and he's very capable. Almost probably gets a first down there again. So moved and changed quickly here, Hunterdon Central. Working their way up the field, working their way to get on the board and potentially tie this one up.
That's a great call, great counter call. Getting the fake toss sweep out to Carbo, getting those linebackers to bite outside with Colgray coming back around with as a lead blocker, and Hart just has to follow him through the hole for a very positive play for Hunterdon Central.
So Hart keeps it, and we'll give it to Carbo. He gets his leg pulled, and it's 3rd and 2. So it was initially not given a first down by Hart, and Carbo won't be able to get there. So big 3rd down spot for the Red Devils here.
Very nice play by the middle linebacker for North Hunterdon, Alex Erniak, coming over, making that tackle, shoestring tackle, just hold up Carbo long enough for his buddies to come over and finish off the tackle, keep him short of the first down.
Erniak has been doing it on both sides of the ball tonight. And now it's Ortega who gets it and has nowhere to go. It was Vadas there who got to him first.
Very nice job by this North defense, stiffening up, stopping Hunterdon Central in their tracks on that drive, not letting them get any more yards after that, actually pushing them back 4 yards after the 9-yard play by Hart. So hopefully Hunterdon Central can pin North back here, try and force another turnover on downs or anything, force a punt, try and get back the offense back on the field, get some points on in the first half.
Yeah, so really big let off there, Central, after Valentino makes a great play. They're just going to have to punt it again here unless they pull some crazy play out now. And it is McNally. 2 strides and a good punt this time. It's fielded around the 25, taken down the sideline, and that play is there. It was Zundel with the run.
Nice return back for North Hunterdon, sets them up at their own 43. So North Hunterdon once again getting the ball back with good field position. That wasn't a bad punt, but the returner was able to catch it on the run with all his momentum going forward, so he already had the head of steam built up, and it's just easy to keep going, beat the guys to the outside.
7:30 left to play. And North Hunterdon has the ball just near the 45. So Kente Edwards now back in the game. Ooh, there's a jump there. Mateo Brito gets caught by the hard count again, like you said, Joe.
Another hard count. And I know Coach Bill's going to be pretty upset, and Coach Robleski are going to be upset by that play, especially as an interior defensive lineman, as a nose tackle like Mateo Brito plays. Your nose is right over the ball every single snap, so you should have the best view and not be jumping offside to fall for the count.
Yeah, and again, Coach may talk to his linemen. Really must have something very particular he's saying to them. Kente Edwards. Wow, look at that. He just bounces off Red Devils, hits 3, and still just keeps his legs moving. I mean, he's got everything, doesn't he?
He's high-stepping. He's making sure he's keeping his knees up, just breaking through arm tackles. He's a guy you have to square up, have to get body on body to bring him down. You're not going to bring him down just grabbing his legs and holding on for dear life. He's someone you got to bring your legs, bring your weight through to bring him to the ground. He's running super hard right now.
And like you said, he's fresh. He's played, but hasn't played as much as you think they would use a weapon of his magnitude as. So he certainly should be able to keep this up throughout the whole game. Of course, when he's in, get Martini looking over. Spadis and Zundel out there as receivers. Don't need him. It's Edwards. Kente Edwards breaks a couple. Gets to just around the 40.
Another positive gain for Kente Edwards, but I'm very impressed by the offensive line play from North Hunterdon. They're doing a good job just opening up enough room for Kente Edwards to squeak through. And once again, Edwards coming out 3 plays in a row. They're going to try and keep him fresh as long as possible. And that's what you got to do early in the season like this. Your body's not fully used and not fully into football shape at this point. So keeping guys fresh, rotating is probably the best option for this North Hunterdon team.
Oh, my Lord. And there's another offsides there. This time it's Jackson Call,
So
number 23.
that is 3 offsides penalties by Hunterdon Central so far tonight in the first half. Just those are mistakes. They're very fixable. It's just a little turn of the head in the technique. You may be a half second off the ball late, but it's better than being offsides and giving up a guaranteed 5 yards every time and giving North Hunterdon a fresh set of downs.
Yeah. And they will say thank you very much. Erniak's back there. Zundel as well. Vadis out there. Similar targets to Erniak they give it to. Erniak gets a good gain there. Again, around that 5 yards.
Yep, it's tough to stop once a team gets into a mode like this. This offensive line for North Hunterdon, I know, is definitely feeling very confident, like they're almost imposing on the Hunterdon Central defensive line. Looks like everybody's just trying to, the North Hunterdon offensive line, weight on their hands. They're trying to run the ball down Central's throat right now. They're not looking to throw.
So Martini throws this time towards Vadis, catches a bit of screen there. They'll use Edwards in motion. Didn't get the ball though. And again, it's another good gain here for the Lions.
Very nice tackle there by Jacob Souse for Hunterdon Central. Open field, coming over, stopping him just before the first down marker. Very nice play design there. The swing screen. They actually used Kente Edwards on that play as a decoy and as a blocker. Swing out, have someone focus on him, bring your wide receiver behind, and squeak him up under, get the offensive lineman downfield.
Now Derek Vadis all alone out there with Carbo in coverage. That could be an interesting matchup. Of course, they have Kente Edwards out there, so you always would expect him to get the ball. Timeout there over the Lions.
Yep.
4:03 left to play. Of course, that's their first timeout of this half.
Yep, looked like they were just a little out of sorts offensively there, so they're just trying to get themselves back into sorts. And talking to Coach Kevin Clay this week, he was saying he's excited to finally play Central, finally get this rivalry start. And he said he was very confident in his senior quarterback, Luke Martini. He said he was very confident, threw the ball well in camp so far. So far we haven't seen a lot of Martini because Edwards is able to run the ball so well. But hopefully we'll see, or I think we'll see more of it in the second half and as this game goes on.
Yeah, Kevin Clay, of course. Coach Ransone's opposite number there from North Hunterdon.
With a live broadcast.
It's a long time out here.
Now as the sun's setting tonight over Stewart Field, definitely getting a little bit cooler as the night goes on.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Yep, definitely get a nice little breeze.
They have these new lights. Took a very long time to install here. Obviously, you can see the little red tint on them. I remember last year, Central's first scrimmage, they couldn't play it at night because they didn't have lights, but couldn't play it too early because it was too hot. So played it at a very weird time. But they do look very nice, the lights. We're witnessing some great action underneath them so far. Hand signals there from Coach Clay. Martini will read it and just hand it off to Edwards, who's hitting the backfield, but again, so strong. Wow, that's brilliant from Edwards. Think they have him, and he just keeps going there. It's a big hit from Connor Lancaster initially.
Yeah, it was a great play by Connor Lancaster there, being able to run through the line, gets a free run through, gets a good hit on Kente Edwards, but once again, Kente Edwards, guys just bounce off of him. He runs so strong, and he's a high motor guy. He's not going to let anybody slow him down or one guy bring him down, so good play there by Edwards, being able to break a tackle and get that first down for North.
So Martini again, back there with Edwards. He's been the hot man this first half. And he keeps it. Works to the outside. Ooh, that's a good trip there. Again, Jacob Sauce making a great tackle that time.
Nice play by Sauce, just being able to get off his block enough, being able to wrap up his legs and trip him up. But still another positive gain for this North Hunterdon team. This offensive line is definitely rolling. They're feeling confident with Kente Edwards. At any point, they can break off a big play.
Yeah, just coming around to the 3-minute mark here. North will take their time. They don't want to give Central too much time with the ball. Edwards will take it. Goes up the middle.
Stop just shy of the first down marker.
Spread field position now.
YouTube.
Just around the 10-yard line.
Go to Hunterdon Central Live. You can watch it whenever. Central Live? Yep. I drove 3.5 hours. And I can just stay home and watch it on the computer.
Yep, reminder everyone out there, just subscribe to Hunterdon Central Television Live. Get all the games for this year. This is our first event. Many more coming in this fall season and beyond. It's Erniak this time, however. Ooh, he gets around to the 10-yard line.
Both of these backs definitely working very effectively against this Hunterdon Central defense. Just trying to run through, get themselves into as much space, but both are definitely hard to bring down. They're running hard. They're trying to fall forward and get as many extra yards as possible.
Edwards back in. And whistles here. Oh, God.
Looks like a timeout, Hunterdon Central, as Coach Bill goes out to the hashes to meet his team.
That's a second charge timeout. Coach Merritt, Coach Ransone in conversation.
I think at this point for Hunterdon Central, they're hoping, let's just get a couple stops. It's first and goal. Don't let them into the end zone. Force them to 4-down territory for this offense. So Hunterdon Central needs to get a stop before the half because you never want to go down potentially 16-0 if North Hunterdon keeps going for 2. So Hunterdon Central trying to just make sure they don't give up too much here. Don't give North Hunterdon all the momentum going into the second half. If Hunterdon Central can get a big stop here, it'll be a lot of momentum to carry over when they start with the ball in the second half.
Yeah, Coach Mayer told me, he said Lanteni last year is one of the best quarterbacks he's ever seen for Hunterdon Central, but he said Coach Bill was by far the best this team has ever had. Obviously played long in NFL and was what was he, Gatorade Player of the Year? I think he was.
Yep.
And now obviously giving back coaching his program. He's been a really good coach for them a lot. They give it to Edwards. Can he punch it in from here? He stopped a bunch of times, so it'll take more than that. And eventually they stuff him back. Central just fighting for everything here, not wanting to give up any more points here. 1:20 left to play now.
Now Kente Edwards on that play, dropping his shoulder and trying to run through people at this point. He knows it's short yardage. He knows it's not time to try and dance through the hole. He's going to try and just run through everybody, try and get himself into that end zone with the clock ticking down as there's almost a minute left in this first half.
Just a minute left now to play. Edwards again, this time to the outside. He stops short again. Great play there by many Red Devils to bring him down.
Stopped him at the line of scrimmage. Great job so far by Hunterdon Central with these first two plays. Swarm tackling, bunch of guys getting to the ball. They're not going to let him keep his legs moving or let that offensive line try and push the pile. They're going to try and bring him down with as many guys as physically possible, as many it takes.
Yeah, 30 seconds left to play. North Hunterdon have 2 timeouts, not using them thus far. 3rd and goal here.
Looks like North is going to use one of their timeouts.
Now using very late though. 18 seconds left to play. You assume they'll give to Edwards, but they've used him as a decoy a lot today, so let's see what they do.
I think we might be seeing a play-action pass, try and dump the ball into the back of the end zone.
Maybe
North Hunterdon.
Screen out wide, we've seen a lot as well.
Yep, but 20 seconds left on the clock, so obviously North Hunterdon is not taking any chances. They want to score now, and they don't want to give the ball back to Hunterdon Central.
So they add 2 seconds, 20 left to play. Edwards is out there. Looks like he's lining up as a wide receiver. And we no one in the backfield with Martini. Let's see if they put him in motion. And he is in motion, Kente Edwards. They give it to him on the little end around. And I think he was just down before. Nope, they say it's a touchdown. Kente Edwards with his 2nd of the day. Nifty little play there, Joe, but it works to get him in the end zone.
Yep, very nice play call from the North Hunterdon coaching staff, running a jet sweep with Kente Edwards around the corner. That's a tough play to stop, especially in goal line. You're not ready for a team to spread you out like that. You very rarely see a team go an empty set with the ball on the 4-yard line, but North Hunterdon spread them out, tried to get one-on-one blocks against the cornerbacks, and just let Kente Edwards beat someone in the open field.
Yeah, I think maybe he was down with his knee, but they say he crosses the plane. Martini will keep it. Look to punch it in for 2, and that's exactly what he does there. Derek Vaddis able to make that play, so 16-0. 14 seconds now left to play in this first half.
Yep, nice play design there. Good job by Martini. Good decision making, running up to the line, making it look like he's going to go. Defenders will come up, lose the guy they're covering, and he delivers a strike to the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
So marching band preparing to come on. Of course, my brother normally in the marching band, but he broke his ankle. I think about him now as they prepare for their first time out on the field. Ricky Rodriguez it is. But the marching band, of course, competes a lot in many events. I'll always have the halftime show, part of the night here. Of course, every time this football team plays under the lights, but so far they have not been looking too good here, down 16. And it's really North Hunterdon. They just had so much more of the ball. I feel like it could have been way more.
Yep, North Hunterdon realistically has to kind of be disappointed with their performance in the first half. And Hunterdon Central has to be pretty proud of the way their defense was able to stand up to this high-powered North Hunterdon offense. Looks like North is lining up the same way, so be prepared for a pooch kick again.
Yeah, they were practicing it early on, and they kick it short again. It's a fair catch that time by Jacob Souse there. So what do you do if you Central? You just knee it, maybe take a shot at the end zone. They get the ball to start the second half.
I mean, I really don't know. If you're Hunterdon Central, you kind of want to get. Yep. So you want to be able to score into the second half, carry momentum, and maybe have a 14-point swing potentially with 2 touchdowns in a row. But I don't think Hunterdon Central will I think Hunterdon Central will most likely kneel this ball down. Just go into the second half, readjust, and make adjustments to try and come out and play better in the second. All right, Hunterdon Central looks like they're going to run a play.
This will be interesting here. They have many receivers out. Coon in motion. Ooh, they get the jump they're looking for. This could be interesting.
False start on the offense, so they're actually going to get pushed back another 5 yards.
I spoke too soon. So now, makes things interesting in another sense. See if they kneel it or they line up the same.
Now you have to assume Hunterdon Central is going to kneel this ball.
That's exactly what they do. That should end this first half here. So, North Hunterdon leading 16-0. At the end of this first half, Central will look to turn things around here. And we will see you for the start of the second half when we come back.
Devils this year under the field direction of drum majors Michael Najeko and Kendall Plumstead. Max Najeko, excuse me. Sorry. Max Najeko and Kendall Plumstead. Drum majors, is your band ready? Hunterdon Central, you may take the field in exhibition. Once again, give it up for the Hunterdon Central Regional High School marching Red Devils.
The audio actually wasn't all that bad, considering it's me holding a microphone out the window. Yeah.
Now, do you want the halftime?
Yeah, let's run halftime.
We are Central. Let's go, it's Kingsley. Let's go!
Here we go. Hey, on your man. All right. Lock some shit up. Keep Orland. Go out. Go, D. What up, Devon?
One of you guys pop over into that line, last guy.
I think that we got like a lot of physical guys out here. We got people that want to hit, want to tackle, and that's a big part of the game. I think this season can be a really, really good season. We have a bunch of experienced guys playing on the field, and I think that turned out really good.
We're feeling pretty great. We have a big group of seniors this year, probably like about 7 returning 3-year starters. We're pretty confident in. We have guys that have been around for so long, and we know what it takes, and we've experienced bad seasons, and we're here to turn around the program and finally take over this year.
The reason that I feel so good is that last Friday we had our Watchung scrimmage, and we were having guys scrap and fighting, you know. That's something, that energy, that fight in us that we didn't have last year that I think is really going to make an impact on us this year.
I mean, we got a lot of returning guys. In my senior class, we got a lot of guys who've been playing together for a lot of years. And I think the bond and that kind of carrying down, trickling into the younger guys has helped a lot. Just with the overall bond of the whole team, and everybody wants to play for each other, the coaches. We want to win all together.
I think the energy level is sky high. We have 7 kids that all have varsity experience, of 3 years of varsity experience. So we like to think that a lot of that will start to manifest itself on game day, and our kids are extremely optimistic. This has been the best camp I've ever been a part of, as a coach, whether as an assistant coach or a head coach, as far as our energy level and how fast we're practicing and our efficiency. It's been tremendous, and I've seen us practice differently. I've seen our kids have a different mentality when approaching a practice on an everyday basis. So I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic every year, so I like where we're at right now.
So back here, start of the second half here. Central will get the ball first. You feel it is a must score for them, Joe. Kente Edwards dominate that first half. What do you have? 153 yards, averaging about almost 9 a carry.
Yep, 153 yards with 16 carries. It's an unbelievable stat line. Realistically, North Hunterdon, the way they move the ball, they should have more than 16 points on the board. But this Hunterdon Central defense stayed tough, didn't give up an inch, and so they were able to. But this is a big-time must-score drive for this Hunterdon Central offense if they want to keep themselves in this game.
Well, Cabinda had 119 yards on 17 attempts when Central beat North Hunterdon back in 2011. And Central, obviously, they're in the American Silver Division with Bridgewater, Raritan, Hillsborough, Phillipsburg, and Ridge. And North Hunterdon in the Liberty Silver Division with Montgomery, Plainfield, and Watchung Hills, both in the Big Central Conference, so it's a conference matchup. Big first game for both teams, and North Hunterdon came out early on top, 16-0 lead. RJ Hart saw some signs of good movement. Valentino with the biggest moment for the team with the interception. Of course, they had the fumble recovery as well, but Central, they just need points.
Yep, Central just wasn't able to put one in the end zone. I'm looking for a lot of pace out of this Hunterdon Central offense, and they need to just get one in the end zone as quick as possible.
So Carbo's back there. Have not targeted Valentino once, or really any of the receivers too much. Now Hart rolls out. A lot of people around him. Looks for Fish. Did he get a foot down? He did. That's a great catch from Trevor Fish right there.
Looks like the referees are saying Fish was out of bounds and did not have possession inbounds, therefore it's going to be second down.
So the one guy said maybe was a catch, and I guess the other referee said incomplete, but Good start there. Just need to turn it into some yards there. That's a good route, though, from Trevor Fish.
Yep.
I'd like to see him work him. He's a good weapon. Valentino's a great weapon as well. Carbo. All these guys they have, just not really working many of them.
Yep, a lot of weapons on this offense that they just need to get into a swing, get confident with this offense, and get ready to roll and just keep targeting those weapons, keep them moving.
Cole Gray does have 2 receptions. Seems Xavier Ortega a bit from the backfield. This man as well, Carbo. I don't work Xavier Ortega too much. He's a bit quicker, a bit stronger than Carbo. Or a bit stronger, I should say, than Carbo, but not as big as Logan Ortega.
Yep, short run. Good job by this front 7 for the North Hunterdon Lion, stopping Hunterdon Central, preventing a bigger gain of 1 for a 3rd and long. Kind of gives your defensive line free rein to pin their ears back and rush the passer. They don't really have to worry about a run play here.
So whistles here.
Looks like we got an offsides penalty on North Hunterdon.
Good break there. That's the 3rd flag only here that has been gone against North Hunterdon Central. Made a lot of needless penalties. North, like we were talking about, it feels like they have more because, you know, the penalties they've had kicking out really bad times for them.
Yep, that's an unfortunate penalty for North. They have Central pinned back to a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 situation. Now it's 3rd and manageable. Makes it a much easier play for Hunterdon Central.
And that's thrown into bodies there. It's picked off. Vadas the other way. Vadas into the end zone. Derek Vadas, in no time, has turned what looked to be a completion just into a 43-yard pick 6 there. Thank you to Will Harrigan for the calculations there.
Yep, that's a great job there by North Hunterdon. Their defense locked up Cole Gray. As you saw on that play, they had 2 guys on him. They know on 3rd and short like that, they're going to try and target Cole Gray for a little 5-yard out, get the first down, and keep the drive going. But that was a great play. Pick 6, being able to come up with that ball and then being able to accelerate and outrun everybody for the end zone for a 43-yard score.
Yeah, Vadas there, move as quick as my man Will's mental math there.
So now the North Hunterdon offense getting themselves ready with the play call in.
Going for 2 again. The first kick they had was, the first really long kick was the kickoff they had. Started this half.
Yep, that's an unfortunate situation for Hunterdon Central. That is not the start you want to the second half. You never want to get yourself into a 3rd and manageable and then throw a pick 6 there like that. That can take the win completely out of your sails.
Jason Kent and Amir on Shaw here now as well, trying to support this team, but they just can't get much points on the board here. Again, a terrible break. It could be 24-0 here.
Looks like we have a delay of game penalty on North Hunterdon, so that'll move them back 5 yards.
Could be a bit too far for Conte Edwards, but still, they may give it to him here. Let's see what they do. Then 1 man in motion. Martini drops back. Not many on for him, and that pass is incomplete, so it stays just as 22 there. Small victory for the Red Devils. It looked to be Zundel there in motion, couldn't find him.
Yep, that's a good stop by that Hunterdon Central defense. But once again, this Hunterdon Central offense is kind of sputtering at this point. They need to get something going. They have to get a drive in. They can't just keep doing the get a first down or run a couple plays and then give the ball up, throw an interception, fumble, a punt, or anything. They need to be moving the ball downfield and just putting points on this board and applying a little bit of pressure on this North Hunterdon team. Because right now, I know on the North Hunterdon sideline, they're feeling as confident as they're ever going to feel up 22 in a rivalry game against the team from your same county. So this is a big moment for this Hunterdon Central offense. If they can punch one in, they can start to regain some momentum and regain some confidence.
Yeah, Cole Gray on the ground. Looks like he's getting some ice into the back of his hamstring. Terrible sight for the Red Devils, but I think, Joe, maybe they just need to focus on just moving the chains here and not worrying about points per se. Just need to get some good drives, good plays going. Just haven't been able to get into a rhythm offensively all night. And watch the onside kick again. And now it's fielded, fair catch. Ooh. Could have been worse, but it's Will Sosa able to just about make the play.
And I think for Hunterdon Central at this point, it might be time, pick up the pace, start throwing the ball around a little bit. I know you're coming off an interception like that,
Maybe see that hurry-up offense.
but with a young quarterback like Hart, you want to reinstill that confidence in him, show him that just because he makes one mistake, it doesn't mean you're going to turn away from him. Like, he needs to get that confidence back in himself to keep delivering the ball and keep throwing strikes, because this is a game where if you don't have a short memory, it'll linger and the rest of your game will suffer. So you need to have a quick memory, short memory, and forget the last play and just move on to the next one.
Well put there, Joe, but see what RJ Hart can do here. Kuhn in motion. They flip it to him. A little flea flicker. Kuhn also is a quarterback as well. Right now he doesn't have much, just runs in the end. Almost gets 5 yards. Well, Kuhn is really their backup quarterback, so you can see why that play would work, but
yep,
he did well just to get whatever he did there.
Great play there, just scrambling around, making something out of nothing, ended up gaining a yard when it could have been a loss of about 10 yards. He was pretty deep back in the backfield, so that was a very good play by Jamal Kuhn on that play to get out of trouble and gain some yards. And now a penalty on the North Hunterdon defense. Looks like it's going to be defensive holding is what they signaled. Yep, defensive holding on North Hunterdon, so that'll move the ball up for Hunterdon Central, give them a fresh set of downs.
Question is, what do they do with it?
Yep.
Haven't been able to make much of these gifts per se. Off the whatever it was, the Valentine reception, the fumble, the penalties, they need to get something.
Yeah, North Hunterdon has definitely helped Central out with some of these situations they've caught themselves into, but Hunterdon Central has yet to capitalize on one of those situations that North Hunterdon is doing a great job of scrambling around and making sure no points get put on the board after they make a mistake.
So Hart and Carbo again back there together. Colgray still out of the game. Looks to be in loads of discomfort. Hart drops back. Pitches it this time there. That was Evan Amato. The junior there with the grab. Or number 4, Owen Bill's old number, of course. He's there on the sidelines next to Julio Marsiglia.
Nice play there by Hart, getting the ball out with pressure in his face, just getting the ball out quick enough, being able to get that throw off and able to make sure that they can gain some positive yards and not give up a sack.
And again, the feed is to Mike Carbo. Nowhere he goes.
Nice play there by Caden Ford for North Hunterdon, number 9, getting through the line on that play, being able to bring him down in the backfield, preventing a gain. I'm very impressed by the front 7 play from North Hunterdon. They're staying in their gaps. They're playing very solid gap scheme football, not being beaten or getting out of position, just being able to stalemate the block. Sorry, blank there.
No, yeah, you are right, though. Ford, he's been the main issue, I think, for Hunterdon Central in terms of his defensive end play. Has been really good. Getting into the backfield a lot. Hart will drop back again. Has some options, and he's sacked. And that time there is Hunter Voss there, able to make that play. That's maybe a case of Hart taking too long, but didn't really have many options, though.
Yep, no options. Good job by the North Hunterdon secondary on that play, being able to lock up everybody, not giving Hart a lane to throw. And the offensive line did as good of a job as they could, but the defensive line, once again for North Hunterdon, was able to collapse the pocket around Hart, not give him any room to try and squeak out or make a play with his feet.
So Decker McNally again with another nice punt there. It's fielded outside the 20. And it's a decent run there. With Danny DeLassant there. Just about getting right around the 35.
Yep, very nice punt there by Decker McNally, but kind of seems like he kind of out-punted his coverage. The gunners weren't able to get a free release down and able to get down quick enough, so it gave the return man enough space to gain some big yards and set themselves up nicely on their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, now what can North Hunterdon do now? Out here of Conte Edwards back there. Kente Edwards, I should say. And he's been the main man, Kente Edwards, for North Hunterdon.
Timeout taken by North Hunterdon. Looked like they were once again confused by too many men on the field, not the right formation, not the right personnel in the game. So far, though, this game has kind of been the Kente Edwards show. The Naval Academy commit has been able to pretty much have his way with the defense, just being able to find gaps and have big chunk plays, just kind of take the wind out of the Hunterdon Central defense sails on some plays.
Yeah, it was the Commitment show last time, Central won. That was 37-0, and now it's the Edwards show, and it could be probably maybe more than 37-0 the way North Hunterdon's playing, especially if they score another touchdown here. It would just be the final dagger into the hearts of the Red Devils. So Martini out there again. And it's Edwards. When you say almost averaging 9 a carry, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 Red Devils there.
Yep, 4 Red Devils to bring him down. The first person to make contact with Edwards every single play is getting taken for a ride along with him as he keeps going for another 2 or 3 yards. And I've noticed he always falls forward. He's always getting that extra yard, never really falling back on his back. They're not driving him back.
Yeah, see if probably will give it to him again. Let's see what they do here. Martini looking over. And here he is again towards the left side this time. Around 3 or 4 Red Devils, and this time gets chopped to the ground. That Joey Valentino makes a good play since Edwards out of bounds. Still Cole Gray looking still on the ground over there.
Yep.
Going through some extensive care.
Looks like he's dealing with some hamstring cramps. I know those never feel good. It's the toughest thing because you want to be out there with your guys. You want to be playing, but when you have cramps, it's going to sideline you. It's tough to come back.
Martini, one clap, gets it, rolls out to his right. Will run with it. And gets around 8 yards there. He had Vadas, but was standing rather still, so he just ran with his head of steam.
Yep, good play there by Martini, just putting his foot on the ground, getting north and south, and just getting as many yards as he can.
So Martini now is Edwards, 3 receivers out there. Erniak also in the backfield. Or Schenkel, sorry, should be Emil Schenkel there. They give it here is Erniak. And he gets a great gain there. Andrew Schenkel, number 7, blocking for him there, leading the way. Again, moving the chains for North Hunterdon.
Yep, Erniak, the wrestling commit to Columbia, so he's an Ivy League guy. Once again, he's very hard to bring down. Similar to Edwards, just someone that on the first guy, they're not bringing him down. He's keeping his legs moving. He's keeping himself going. and them keeping them fresh, it's giving them both breaks because they both play both ways. They're both starting on defense.
Of course, North Hunterdon known for the wrestling. Frank, I'm pretty sure with us usually here, went to North Hunterdon, was a very good wrestler there. They have many other players on this team playing college, and one player going to Louisville to throw javelin, which is a major accomplishment. Martini now throws this one outside. This is Brendan Zindell there, and Brendan Zindell gets taken down there, but again, a good gain for the Lions.
Yep.
So positive their offenses look tonight.
North Hunterdon is just going little bit by little bit, 5 yards every single play. So Hunterdon Central needs to change something up. They need to get a stop here because it seems like it's first down 5 yards, second down 5 yards, and then a new set of downs every single snap.
Yeah. Certainly taking their time here, just coming up to 5 minutes left to play now in this third quarter. Give it to Erniak. Edwards getting a nice rest now, and Erniak's doing the job there. There's another first down.
Yep, very nice cutback there by Erniak. Found a lane. His original lane, his target lane, was closed off. Good job by the left side of the defensive line for Hunterdon Central as we have a man down here. But a good job by that left side of the Hunterdon Central defensive line, keeping him closed off, but found a gap towards the left side and was able to bounce it up and get the first down for North Hunterdon and gain 8 yards.
Cole Gray still sidelined here. Long timeout here. Under 5 left to play now. And Martini again working that clap there on the hard count. He's got the Red Devils to jump a bunch of times tonight. Kente Edwards is back there. And he gets it. Runs through a hole. Keeps going. Drives forward. And that should be a first down.
Right now, the interior offensive line for North Hunterdon is starting to move, really get off their blocks, being able to push back the defensive tackle and the nose tackle and get their guys off, and being able to shed off and get to a linebacker, which opens up even more lanes for Edwards because then he can get to the secondary, and then it's one less level to try and get through.
Indeed. It's really helped Kente Edwards. He's got to be close. Again, probably coming up above 200 yards, almost probably at his third touchdown. And he stopped there. At least another touchdown for him. Obviously, he had that great first touchdown to start this game.
Yep.
He's been on fire ever since. And here's Edwards. Gets it again. Able to work inside the 10.
Good job by Hunterdon Central's defensive end, keeping him inside. Jackson Call on that play, keeping him inside, forcing him back in. But once again, he's just finding a cutback lane, able to just gain positive yards. On that play, it looked like he got stopped short, still gained 4 yards.
He just keeps those legs moving, Kente Edwards. Here's Martini, now with Erniak back there. That's Joey Edwards, Brennan Zindell, and Vadas as well, but it's Erniak who keeps it. And he just keeps moving there. Has he gone into the end zone?
Looks like there was a fumble into a touchback.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be Hunterdon Central football.
What a break that is, again, for the Red Devils. So the second fumble tonight.
Second fumble from Erniak in the red zone.
Wow.
So Hunterdon Central catches a break after giving up a long, lengthy drive where North Hunterdon was able to chew off so much time from that clock and still able to make a stop and recover the fumble in the end zone for a touchback.
Nearly a perfect drive for North Hunterdon, just didn't get any points there. So now Central, yet another gift. Can they unwrap it this time is the question here. Of 2 minutes 27 seconds before this third quarter ends, and of course another fourth quarter. Trying to turn this game around, but they need points and need them fast.
Yep, it's a 3-score ball game, so realistically it's not out of reach at this point. It's a 3-score game. It's still close. Hunterdon Central desperately needs to put points on the board in this drive.
That one's thrown out there towards Carbo. Just not connecting that time.
Nope, trying to set up the screen. Looked like it was open. Good job by these North Hunterdon linebackers being able to put pressure on the offensive line, not giving the running back a free release. But a little bit overthrown there. Could have been a positive play, but incomplete.
Hart again drops back, look for Fish. That's Hart will want that one back there. It's a bad miss there for Trevor Fish. Got good separation, just couldn't find him.
Yep, that's a good route, good play call. Gain some yards back, get yourself into a third and manageable rather than the 3rd and 10. Just ball little high and a little too far outside. Let him straight out of bounds.
Central, they've had possession for 9 seconds this drive, and they've gone through 2 downs already. This will be the 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Kuhn in motion. Hart rolls out, and he is sacked. I'd say at least taken down there behind the line of scrimmage. So Central did not capitalize at all on that gift. And again, Decker McNally been saying his name a lot tonight, and it's not for a good reason. Again, he's out to punt.
Yep, another good play there by Caden Ford, the defensive end for North Hunterdon. He's been coming off the edge crazy, especially on those 3rd and longs, because that gives him the full opportunity to really focus on a pass rush. That's his first sack of the game, but he's been hurrying Hart the entire game.
And McNally this time hits it a bit lower. Takes a positive bounce. Now rolls back for North, and Central will down that one. Right around the 46-yard line. So Edwards back out there. Cole Gray going through his paces. See if he can get back out there. We don't really need to risk him too much if the game's not close. He's a very important player for the Red Devils. They give it to Edwards again. He runs with it. Breaks a couple tackles, and again, just around that 9 yards, he's averaging a carry every single time.
Yep, every single play is a chunk play for this North Hunterdon offense once Kente Edwards is in the ball game. He's just moving. The offensive line is getting decent movement on the front 7 of the Red Devils, but Edwards is just finding little gaps that you really don't think anyone's going to try and go through, and he somehow finds his way through it every single time for positive yards.
Martini looks over it. Again, the hand signal's been prominent all night for him. Here's Edwards to the right. And we'll get that first down for sure.
Yep, good job there by Hunterdon Central. The defense coming up and hitting him at the line of scrimmage. Somehow Edwards is able to fight his way for what looks close to be a first down for the North Hunterdon Lions. So they will be moving the chains for a first down.
First and 10 here. 44-yard line.
Looks like the North Hunterdon is just going to let the clock run out on the third quarter and just get ready for the fourth.
So through 3 quarters, the situation has not improved for Central. It's 22-0. North Hunterdon leaves.
Yep, North Hunterdon has definitely controlled this ball game. They've controlled the time of possession the entire game so far, and they've just been able to control the line of scrimmage, and that's the biggest thing, is being able to control that line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So new 12 minutes here. New quarter. And as we flip sides here, get things underway for the fourth quarter. Fourth and final quarter.
So North Hunterdon looking to keep their momentum, keep their drive going, keep moving the ball well against this Hunterdon Central defense. Central needs to stop, needs to put up a score quick, or else this game could get out of hand pretty quickly.
Flag on the play here.
Flag on the field. Looks like it's going to be offsides against this Hunterdon Central defense. It's another mental mistake they can't afford to be giving up. They can't be afford to give up any more yardage to this North Hunterdon offense, because they've had no trouble moving the ball, and the penalties just makes it a little bit easier for them.
Yeah. So then Martini will get this one again. He looked over a lot for each play. Does the same here. Conte Edwards will have a big start. They'll give it to him. Makes a couple, and then just probably gets around 5-6 yards there. Again, there's Conte Edwards.
Yep, nice play there by Connor Lancaster, getting through the line and making contact with Edwards behind the line of scrimmage, but somehow he is still gaining positive yardage every single carry. He is not letting himself be tackled for a loss.
There's Kent Edwards again. Fights for the first down. Well, you think maybe North Hunterdon now up 22-0. It's their first game. You think maybe they would want to open the playbook, try some new plays here. Just keep giving it to Edwards, though.
Yeah, I think at this point they're probably thinking, if it isn't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And right now, giving the ball to Edwards every single snap has pretty much worked perfectly for him. So I think they're going to just keep riding the train until Hunterdon Central stops Edwards once or a couple plays in a row. I think they're going to keep feeding him the ball.
Here's Edwards, works it up the middle. And that will be a first down and then some. And Kente Edwards now over 200 yards. So he's beat Jason Cabinda's total 119. Oh, he beat that before halftime, but really motoring through it, Kente Edwards. And he's gotten most of the snaps in this second half. In the first half, it was probably split between him and Erniak, but Edwards has been dominating the snaps this half. Once again, thanks to Will Harrigan for that. He's 29 today, it's his birthday. The main NJ.com reporter for football here, and Edwards again. Oh, a little stutter. He's dancing a bit now, works to the outside. Probably doesn't get as much as he wanted there.
Oh, looks like there's going to be a flag on the field. Both sides are more than likely going to point at each other. Looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Hunterdon Central. Wow. So that is going to put the ball in the red zone for this North Hunterdon offense, who has had no trouble moving it.
That's one each now. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Yep, that's a mistake. That's losing your cool. That's something you can't have, especially when you're down and a team is driving. You can't make a mental mistake like that and give up free yardage, give them a free first down and 15 yards.
Erniak back in this one. He'll get it. He goes up the middle. They can't stop him either. He pushes in towards the end zone. And
looks like they're going to mark him down short on the inch line, but Erniak on that play just willing himself to get through this Hunterdon Central defense and get himself into that end zone. He definitely wants to put one in the end zone after having 2 key red zone fumbles so far in this game.
yeah. And another day those could be punishing, but today they were not. Yeah, Martini looks over almost before every single snap. And there's Erniak. Has he crossed the plane?
They rule it.
Yes, he has. 29-0 now. Does North Hunterdon get yet another touchdown?
Yep, North Hunterdon, this offensive line is moving the ball real well, and Erniak just able to punch that one in and put another score on the board. Start to kind of put this game away at this point. Hunterdon Central hopefully can try and put some points, try and score some points fast, and potentially recover an onside kick. But down 4 scores that's a lot to come back in 8 minutes.
It looks like they will finally kick a field of extra point, I should say. And this one is good. So 28-0, or 30-0, I should say. 29, sorry, rather. Math is off for me today. School hasn't started yet, Joe.
Yep, I mean, brain hasn't started doing the mental math yet.
Hopefully not for a while. So 29-0. North Hunterdon leads the Red Devils here.
Yep, this game has been completely controlled by North Hunterdon. They've been chewing clock when they're on offense, and when they're defense, they're basically setting the pace of play. They're not letting Hunterdon Central get themselves into a groove. Hunterdon Central can have a couple positive plays. They show flashes of how this offense can move the ball, and then a couple big plays or a penalty here or there. Hunterdon Central will just derail their entire drive with one silly mistake that's avoidable.
And it's a case of it being over before it almost even started. Falvo, Valentino, and Kuhn back there. And again, it's kicked rather short. Could go out of bounds, and it does.
That's going to end up being a penalty, and that's going to for North Hunterdon. And that'll benefit Hunterdon Central. They'll start with their ball on their own 40, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is a 40. Again, another gift for the Red Devils, but hasn't mattered up until this point. They've been given a lot of opportunities. They have not gotten much.
No, yeah, they've definitely, I mean, 2 key fumble recoveries, a couple penalties have gone their way, and those are gifts. Those are things that most teams aren't going to give you multiple of. And North Hunterdon has not played a complete game today, but they've played enough of a game to be able to put points on the board. And Hunterdon Central's offense just has not found their stride yet.
Here we go, RJ Hart back there again. And drops back. Steps up, and he is sacked.
Number 66, Nate Gooley on that play for the big defensive tackle for North Hunterdon, getting through on that. And once again, the defensive ends for North Hunterdon have done a great job on the Hunterdon Central tackles, forcing them inside and collapsing the pocket around Hart, not giving him any lanes or any way to maneuver.
Yeah, they've been very problematic for Hunterdon Central. Here's RJ Hart out towards his right. Finds a pass finally there. That one's for Evan Falvo. Some positive yardage there for the Red Devils. Whistles here.
Looks like there's a timeout on the field. Timeout North Hunterdon.
So 8 left to play here. I think probably ball's right around the 40, so looks like it's a third and probably longer, 3rd and 6.
Yep, Hunterdon Central definitely in 4-down territory. They need to be going for it. They can't afford to be punting. They need to put points on this board, so I think they're going to be doing anything it takes. We're going to see a lot of passes, a lot of pass play calls. So Hunterdon Central is looking for a big play here, but they definitely need to get a first down here, or at least make it 4th and short, make it way easier play to get rather than a 4th and 7, 4th and 6.
So Hart will drop back again, looks to his right now, towards his left. And that's Trevor Fish, and that will be a first down. He keeps going. Great work from Fish there. He targeted a couple times, had one good catch that was really incomplete. And it was missed for another time. This time he gets it. He will fight for a couple more yards, and that will move the chains there.
Yep, Hunterdon Central showing some life. That was a nice play call. Way to find, good job by Fish there, finding a dead spot in the zone, and Hart being able to deliver a strong ball to his chest and give Fish a chance to gain some extra yards after the catch.
So here we go again here, Hart. Oh, that one's on the floor. It looks like they fight for the fumble there. Looks like Quinn Fisher there is fighting a bit with the North Hunterdon Lions there.
Nice play there from Aaron Yarnell of North Hunterdon. The defensive end came around on that play and delivered a blindside hit on Hart. Hart had no chance to protect himself there. I mean, you can't see anybody coming.
Yeah. Mateo Brio in there as well to recover that one. Hart will roll right. Throws this one long. That could be good. It's good for Fish. And Trevor Fish will run this one into the end zone. So gives the Red Devils some life here. And certainly some pride. Certainly something to cheer about. And it was a beautiful throw and catch there from Trevor Fish.
Yep, that was a great ball by Hart there to Trevor Fish. Trevor Fish running a corner route, going towards the pylon, towards the sideline. And Hart delivered the ball, put it up high enough, just out of reach of the safety coming over the top, and Fish able to keep his balance and score that into the end zone, giving the Red Devils their first points of the season and hopefully some new life offensively.
So for the 2-point conversion, it's Hart who will throw it inside. Does he break the plane?
Looks like they get the 2-point conversion.
And the lights, wow, look at this. This is why you buy the new lights here, don't you? So that was a bit interesting, eh, Joe?
Yeah, pretty cool celebration lights with the new LEDs we talked about earlier. So Hunterdon Central, I'm assuming, going to try and kick an onside here, try and get the ball back for themselves, get that offense back on the field, new life, try and keep a drive going like that. Try and make this game a little bit more competitive. 5 minutes and 58 seconds left on the clock. Only a 3-score game, down 21, so Hunterdon Central is still technically not out of this at this point.
It would take a bit of a miracle, but we'll see what happens. Big spot for Collodi here with the onside kick. If he could put it in a good spot, will give the Red Devils a chance. Trevor Fisher's played a good game there. Finally gets his reward there. Good route from him. Oh no, he decides to kick it long towards Vadas there. And he'll run this one back. It's met by a couple and won't break that tackle.
Stopped down before the 20, so good kickoff coverage there. North Hunterdon was ready for the onside kick. Central decided to kick it deep, and that leaves that return man basically unprotected and gives everybody a free lane to just run right by all the onside kick protectors.
So the Red Devils are not shut out, which is the important part, but probably win is out of reach here. And we'll assume Martini and these Lions will try to chew as much clock as they can.
Yep, as Kente Edwards enters the game, I think they're going to try and look to chew up as much clock as possible on this drive and put the game out of reach.
Edwards will take it, rolls right, gets to a little gap. Is brought down there by Jamal Kuhn. Kuhn probably has been one of the best Red Devils at stopping him. Connor Lancaster's done a decent job as well.
Yep, Jamal Coons come up and made a bunch of tackles, but realistically, you don't want your over-the-top safety coming down to make plays and tackle the running back. It really should not be getting the ball that deep into their zone, but he's done a nice job in open field and being able to bring down Edwards.
Yeah. He's been a bit of a problem, Kente Edwards. He'll take it again, this time towards the left. Oh, and he's in the backfield. Kuhn will have to chase. He will not get there. And Kente Edwards will stare one down there. Stares down Luke Brewer as he gets into the end zone there for a second of the night.
Looks like we got some laundry on the field. This one might be coming back.
Yeah, there's a flag.
Once again, Kente Edwards showing that breakaway speed, showing he has an extra gear where he can pull away from everybody. On that play, looked like Hunterdon Central defenders had a couple angles on him, and he just ran right by him and just ate up those angles and didn't give him a chance to get anywhere near him.
Yeah, once he opens his stride, he is a dangerous man. Well, Martini there playing with the crowd a bit. That's a bit cheeky from him. So it does come back here. 4:51 left to play.
That one will be coming all the way back. Or back to the 5-yard line. Or 5 yards in front to the 35.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. The refs are not making up their mind on where they want to place this ball.
Looks like you see not to the 20 maybe. Yep, back to the 20.
So North Hunterdon going from almost a 75-yard touchdown run to back down at their 20-yard line. Some confusion between the referees.
So a long delay here. Now Edwards will get it again. Oh, sorry, that's Erniak, I should say. A flag on the field yet again.
Looks like another holding penalty on the North Hunterdon offensive line. So they keep moving themselves back, but once again, that offensive line opening up a hole for Erniak, who just kept chugging, gained looked like to be about 15 yards on that play, but holding penalty once again bringing them back. So it's good. They're going to have a first and extremely long.
Yeah, this is very long here. Wow. Turnover here could really put the Red Devils in great field position.
Yep, looks to be about a first and 28.
Wow. Edwards will take it again, works to the middle. That time doesn't run for nearly as much as he usually does. And second and extremely long will continue.
Good job there by the interior defensive lineman for Hunterdon Central, number 78, Zion Dodd, making a nice play there in the middle. Plugging up, not giving Edwards any room to run, just letting the linebackers come up and make a tackle.
.30 left to play at this moment in time. Edwards rolls left, still going. Sosa will try to bring it down. It's a bunch of Red Devils on him, at his leg, upper body, and eventually he falls.
Very nice job there by William Rodriguez Sosa on that play, being able to stop Edwards from bouncing it outside of him, pushing him back, and holding him up for enough guys to come over to gang tackle and bring him down out of bounds for a minimal gain.
I'll bring up third down here. Third and 24. Edwards will take it again now, up the middle. And again, it's a great run, but just not enough for the long amount of distance they needed here. He'll probably just get back to where they started. Probably be like 4th and 12 at this point. So it looks like they'll be punting it here on 4th down. And this one travels to around the 40. Official let it roll. And it will be downed at about the 34-yard line.
Hunterdon Central at this point, I think they're just looking to keep gaining confidence, keep getting their offense more and more sound at this point, because 2 minutes 45 seconds left. This game is out of reach, down 21. And the way this North Hunterdon defense has been playing the entire game, not giving up a point until the 4th quarter. I think for Hunterdon Central, the big thing for this drive is go out on a high note. Don't end the game on a bad possession where you barely move the ball and you have to punt or you give a turnover on downs. Definitely try and get some points. Try and keep gaining some continuity in this offense and get more and more comfortable as the weeks go on.
Yeah, like we said, this is one of the earliest opening games I've ever played. Oh, no, there's an interception. That was a great play there by Christian Brand, number 10 for North Hunterdon, to pick that one off. And the commentator's curse there was just saying it. Haven't played many preseason games, a good time for them. Still trying to get into the groove of things and not what they need there. A pick there from R.J. Hart. Looking for Trevor Fish.
Yep, good play there by Christian Brand on that play, being able to step in front of Fish, being able to pick that ball off, and that's not a bad decision by Hart trying to squeeze that ball in there. I mean, Fish has probably been their most effective receiver today, so I understand going back to him. He has the hot hand, just scored the touchdown, but definitely got to be a little bit more careful with 2 or 3 guys looming around your number 1 target.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and there's Erniak up the middle. Cuts back on one. Oh, what a run this is. Cuts back on Luke Brewer. Just about able to bring him down. Erniak weaving like he's going through cones there.
Yep, Erniak looking like he wants to get his second touchdown.
Edward Sanchez now checks into this one.
Hunterdon Central with a late substitution.
There's too many men there on the field that time.
Understandably, I think the Hunterdon Central coaching staff is a little upset by North Hunterdon still continuing to leave their starting offense in there, as Hunterdon Central is clearly rotating in younger guys, getting some younger guys more playing time, get them more comfortable with playing in a varsity setting, and North Hunterdon keeping their starters in, running the ball, and that big run by Erniak definitely ruffled some feathers on the Hunterdon Central side.
Yeah. But got to credit North Hunterdon, the best teams, when they're up, they stay up. You don't really care about anyone's feelings or trying to just run out the clock. They want more, North Hunterdon. Erniak's back there again as well. He'll take it. He runs up the middle. And I think just marked him short there. Just to the 2-minute warning.
Just shy of the end zone, but I'm a little shocked that North Hunterdon is trying to punch a touchdown in now with 1 minute and 50 seconds left, up 21 points.
On a 2-minute break, they keep running it. Let's see what they do here. Erniak tries to run in. Oh, great stop that time.
Nice play there by Jacob Souse, the defensive end, coming off the edge, making contact with Erniak behind the line of scrimmage. Obviously, you can still see this means something to the Hunterdon Central players. They're not just rolling over and letting North Hunterdon do whatever they want. They still want to play, and that play just shows like they're not giving up. They're not just letting them walk all over them. They're not going to just let them have an easy touchdown like that.
Yeah, they need to fight for the rest of the season. They need things to start clicking on the offensive end as well.
Yep, definitely. Definitely big for them to get their offense under control. I think the defense really showed out tonight. I mean, it's tough when you're on the field for 85% of the game. It's tough to prevent giving up points, but 29 points with the way North Hunterdon moved the ball. Obviously, with Edwards going over 200 yards on the ground today. Hunterdon Central's defense really stepped up, but offensively, they definitely need to find their groove. They need to find a way to put the ball in the end zone, put points on the board.
Yeah, that's very impressive from Kent Edwards. Very, very privileged to watch him. Thank you to Will Harrigan. It was his birthday today, as I've been telling you. Of course, thank you to Joe. It's our first live stream, first game here on HGTV. Very excited to start this new year and what it brings. School is not started yet, but HGTV is up. Mr. Johnston, of course, was with Chloe, Jenna, Julia, Mr. S, everyone here. It was a great night of football. Not the result the Red Devils won it, but they move on to the next result, the next game. I'm Tyler Rodriguez. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time, and have a great night.